Hello everyone, this is Banjula Athani, HOD of Computer Department at Praveen Patil College. As you remember, we were started the Advanced Java Programming subject for CO and IF department. In this video, we will start the second unit, that is swings. After watching this video, learners will able to understand following outcomes. Differentiate between AWT and Swing, develop programs using Swing components, use the given type of button in Java-based GUI, develop GUI programs using advanced Swing components. The total weightage of this unit is 10 marks. Before starting swings, we see the limitations of AWT. One limitation of AWT is AWT takes the help of native operating system to create GUI controls like button, checkbox, etc. Suppose we create button in AWT, it uses native operating system, that is Windows. Suppose Windows is developed in C#.NET, so your AWT control will take use of that C# and .NET. Suppose your operating system is Linux. Linux is developed by C language. To create a component, it will use C language code. Here, Java language is internally dependent on another language to create the components of AWT control. This is the main disadvantage. To overcome this, swings are used. Introduction to the swings. Java provides javax.swing package which does not need any help of native operating system for creating GUI controls. Hence, programs created using swings are portable. That means javax is a Java extended package of swings, and swings run by JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Components creation logic is developed in Java only. That is, in swings, components creation logic is developed in Java only. So no need to depend on any other language to create the components of swings. Is it clear? The difference between AWT and swings. Here we'll see the features of the swings. Swing has important features, that is pluggable look and feel. Swing components are written in Java and therefore are platform independent. Before I have explained that, Swing provides the platform specific look and feel and also an option for pluggable look and feel, allowing application to have look and feel independent of underlying platform. So swings are pluggable look and feel. Swing components are written in pure Java only. That's why these are platform independent. Another feature of Swing is lightweight components. The components created using Swing package does not need the help of native operating system. Swing is a part of Java Foundation classes which are purely developed in Java. Also, Swing components require less memory, hence Swing components are called lightweight components. Additional features. Swing contains wide variety of new components such as table, trees, sliders, progress bar and so on. These components AWT is not having. Here we will see the limitations of AWT. Following are the some limitations of AWT. These limitations I already explained in previous. AWT supports limited number of GUI components. The components defined by AWT are heavyweight components. The behavior of AWT components varies when the container operating system changes. I give the example of Windows operating system and Linux operating system. The AWT components are developed by using platform-specific code. Swing components. In order to display any J components of GUI, it is necessary to add this component to the container first. There are two important features of Swing components. Firstly, all the component classes begin with a letter capital J And secondly, all the GUI components are descendant of JComponent class. Here we will see the hierarchy of swing. Object is the parentmost class of the swings, and component is a derived class of object and which belongs to the java.awt package, and container is a subclass of component class. JComponent is a subclass of container class which belongs to Java X.Swing package. JComponent contains all the components abstract button. This again abstract button are of two types. One is JButton and JToggle button. JToggle button has again two types. One is JCheckbox and JRadio buttons. Like this JLabel, JScrollbar, JCombobox, JText component, JMenubar, JSlider. These are the components present in the swing. JFrame. In Java, frame is a standard graphical window. The frame can be displayed using the frame class. The frame has standard minimize, maximize and close buttons. The syntax of the frame is: the first constructor creates the new instance of the frame which is invisible initially. Second constructor creates the new instance of the frame which has some title. Now we will see the methods in the frame class. The first method is void set resizable. You have to pass the boolean parameter that sets the frame to resizable. Next, void set title. You have to pass string as a parameter and that sets the title of the frame. Next is void set size. It has two parameters, width and height, and that sets the width and height of the frame. Next is string get title that retrieves the title which you are setting using set title method that obtains the title of the frame. And void set visible, you have to pass the boolean parameter that sets the frame visible or not. If it is true, the frame is visible. If it is false, the frame is invisible. JApplet. The JApplet is a fundamental swing class. It extends the applet class. JApplet is a derived class of applet class. This is more powerful than the applet class. It supports the pane. Various panes are content pane, glass pane and root pane. The add method can be used to add the components to the content pane. The add method of the container class can be used to add the components on GUI. All the lifecycle methods used in the applet can be used in JApplet. Here we will see the swing control image icon. The class imageicon is an implementation of icon interface that paints the icons from images. The icons are encapsulated by imageicon class. The constructors are: the first constructor creates the image icon from a specified file. Here fname denotes the name of the file which contains the icon. Second constructor creates the image icon from a specified URL. The URL denotes the resource of the image. Here in the figure we are shown that the image icon, how it. Here we will see the swing component JLabel. The JLabel is a component for placing the label component. The constructors of JLabel are: the first constructor creates the JLabel instance with no image and no title, and second constructor creates the JLabel instance with a specified image. In the example you are shown that this is the JLabel instance with a specified image, and next constructor creates the JLabel instance with a specified text, and next constructor creates the JLabel instance with a specified text, image and the alignment. Here in the example I have shown that JLabel L1 equals new JLabel. Hello is the string we are passing, and here the alignment. So there are three alignments are there: JLabel dot left, JLabel dot right and JLabel dot center. Like this alignment. So it looks like this. I think it is clear. The next swing component is jtextfield. The jtextfield is extended from jComponent class. The jtextfield allows us to add single line of text. The constructors are: the first constructor creates the new text field, and second constructor has a parameters of integer columns. That constructor that creates a new empty text field with a specified number of columns. See here, I given the example here. J text field, T is the object of the text field, and new text field you have to given the 16 as a integer parameters that will create this text field like this. I think it is understood. And next constructor creates the jTextfield with a string as a parameter. That constructor that creates the new empty text field initialized with a given string. And next constructor jTextfield has a two parameters. One is a string and other is integer. That constructor that creates a new empty text field with a given string and a specified number of columns. See here, one more example. Create the text field of jTextfield with 16 columns and given initial text. That is jTextfield T1 equals new text field. Here you are given the string, that is string text, and the column. How many columns you are, how many characters you are supposed to write in this text field. The output is looking like this. Here we will see the example of text field: class name, and then main method, and after that you are creating the object of the JFrame. That is, F is the object of the JFrame and having the frame title as text field example. Once you created the frame, you have to create the object of the text field. So we are declaring the here text field object T1 and T2, and then creating the object of the text field. That is T1 equals new text field, and we are passing this string parameters. That is welcome to Java point. And next you are creating the object of the second text field, that is new text field. What is this parameter passing here? String parameter. The name of the text field is AWT tutorial. That is the T2 object. Once you created the text fields, you have to use this setBounds method. That is setBound method is used moves the component to the new location on the top left corner specified by X and Y, and a new size specified by A and B. Here given this. It is the size of the text field by using this setBounds method. Once you created the object of the text field, you are supposed to add to the frame. That's why we are using f.add T1 and T2, and set size. We are setting the size of the frame as 400 width and 400 height, and then we are making this set layout null. By default it takes the flow layout, and unless if you are not making it set visible true, the frame you cannot visible. I think it is understood. The next swing component is JButton. The swing push button is denoted by using JButton class. The swing button class can associate an icon or a string with the JButton class. The swing button classes are subclasses of abstract button class. The abstract button class generates the action event when they are pressed. The constructors of the buttons are: the first constructor creates the button with no text and icon. Second constructor creates the button with a specified text. Third constructor creates the button with specified icon object. Next swing component is JCheckbox. The checkbox is an implementation of abstract button class, but the immediate superclass of JCheckbox is JToggleButton. The checkbox supports two states, that is true or false. We can associate an icon, string, or state with the checkboxes. The constructors of the checkbox JCheckbox, the first constructor, creates the initially unselected checkbox button with no text, no icon. Please remember, first initially select the unselected checkbox. And second constructor creates the initially unselected checkbox with a text. And third constructor creates the checkbox with a text and specifies whether or not the initially selected. In the following example, we will see the creation of the JCheckbox. First, we have to create the class, and after that we are creating the constructor of that class. Here, checkbox example is the class name. We are creating the constructor of the class, and after that we are creating the frame, and f is the object of the frame. And what is the frame title? Checkbox example is the title of the frame. And once you create the frame, you are supposed to add the checkboxes. So here we are creating checkbox 1, new checkbox, and then what is the name of the checkbox? C++. Here it is written, and initially the condition is true. Here tick mark, if you are making as true, initially it is tick mark is coming. And after that we are creating the next checkbox, that is uh, checkbox Java, that is the checkbox name is Java, and it is also made as a true. And next you are setting the set bonds. In the previous example I have explained the what are these parameters. It is optional set bonds. If you can use or you cannot use. If you are not using, these checkboxes are uh, lying one beside the other. If you are mentioning the coordinates, it will place in that coordinates. After creation of the checkbox, you have to add to the frame. Here, what are the objects of the checkbox? Checkbox 1 and checkbox 2. Both the objects you are adding to the frame here. And after that, set size, set layout, and set visible. True, you have to make it. I think it is cleared.